Hello, my name is Amy with Eating Well, Spending Less, and today I'm going to share with you one of my very favorite Instant Pot recipes, mashed potatoes with meat gravy. This is all done right here in the Instant Pot, so let's get started. First thing we're going to do is add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is grape seed oil. You could use avocado oil, whatever you want, just 2 tablespoons. And then you're going to add 2 pounds of this pork stew meat. I got this at Aldi's, and it's a very inexpensive cut of meat. 1 pound will cost you about $2.50. So that's 1 pound. Let's add the second one. I am always looking for recipes that are inexpensive and that can feed a lot of people. I am a busy mom with 4 young kiddos, so yes, I feed 6 mouths every night, and this is one of the easiest recipes that you can make in this. So we're just going to brown up this pork stew meat, and while this is just getting nice and happy, I want to show you I have 4 pounds of cut up golden potatoes. These are in rather large chunks. They are about 1.5 to about 1.5 inches thick. So it's a very thick potato. You do not need to cut up your potatoes really small. They are all going to get super creamy and mashed potato worthy. So anyways, this is starting to brown. Let me get some salt and pepper real quick. That's it. All you're going to use is just salt and pepper. That is it. This is a super simple meal. We don't want to make it overcomplicated with a bunch of spices. This is it. Plus, you really want that pork flavor to shine. Give this a good stir. And now we will wait for it to brown. Okay, so my pork has browned, and let me just say, if you are in a really big hurry, you do not even need to brown your pork stew meat. You only can do it if you really want to amp up the flavor from all those little brown bits. But this is done browning, so what we're going to do is turn off the Instant Pot. We want to let the saute setting stop. We are going to take our trivet that comes with the standard Instant Pot. We're just going to place this on top of the meat. Okay, next we're going to add 2 cups of your favorite broth. This is Costco's organic chicken stock. 2 cups. Now this is how we're going to make our meat sauce and our mashed potatoes in one pot. So we have our trivet inside. Next, what we're going to do is take 2 pieces of aluminum foil, and you are going to place this one here right on top of the trivet. So this one is going vertically, and then this one will go horizontally. Just push it in there. Make sure it's all inside of the pot so you can securely place the lid. And now we're just going to take our 4 pounds of cut up potatoes and place it right on top of the aluminum foil. You do not need to add any oil. You do not need to grease your aluminum foil at all. So I'm just putting these mashed potatoes, or potato cubes, what will become mashed potatoes, right on top. Friends, it's this easy. I mean, you can't get much easier than this. Okay, that is it. That seriously is it. I am doing nothing else to this. I am putting the lid on. Make sure your valve is on sealing, and we're going to hit manual and go up to 45 minutes. There we go. That's it. we're done. We're going to wait for this to cook. When the 45 minutes is up, you can do one of two things. You can let it naturally release, that's totally fine, or you can do a quick release. So I will see you back here when this is done cooking. Hi friends, we're back. 45 minutes is up and I just completed a quick release. So let's open this thing. Oh my goodness. These potatoes are done, I can tell just by looking at them. So I just have a bowl here, and I know, that was kind of loud. I know that these potatoes are going to be super hot taking them out, so I've got my trusty mitts on. I'm going to pull them out using the trivet, and some of them actually look like they're gonna fall right out. So actually, let's get this bowl really close. And look at that, they fell right out. That's good. I also have some meat sticking onto the bottom of the trivet. That is quite all right. Actually. Okay. I guess that could have been done a little bit more graceful, but oh well. I'm just gonna put the rest of these potatoes in. Okay. Now, let me just get my wooden spoon here. Actually holding the trivet and it's not even hot with my fingers. I've made this so many times, my friends. This is foolproof. It just works every single time. Every time. Now, in with these potatoes, some of the liquid from the stew or pork came out. So actually what I want to do, I'm going to take my lid and I want to put this liquid back in. Okay, not very much, just about a half a cup. But I really want to make my mashed potatoes. Let me adjust this screen if I can. There we go. And I know you're not going to see my head. Just like you would do with normal mashed potatoes, I add about 1/4 cup of sour cream just to make them really creamy. Some milk, about 1/2 cup. And of course, you can't forget the butter. Just a few tablespoons of that. It'll come off, there we go. And lots and lots and lots of salt. Actually, let's just take this lid right off. There we go. And pepper. There we go. Now, all I'm going to do is just take my trusty potato masher and get busy mashing my potatoes. I like to leave the skins on. If you are not a fan, by all means, take the skins off before you cook them in the Instant Pot. But to me, the skins just add another layer of nutrients and also flavor and texture. So I like to keep the skins on anytime I'm using a Yukon Gold or a red skin potato. Now, I also like my mashed potatoes to be chunky. If you don't, that's quite all right. I would just use a hand blender to make them super duper creamy. These are, Yukon Gold is by far my favorite potato because of how naturally creamy and rich they are in flavor. Okay. Mashed potatoes are done. I'll just show you. There you go. Absolutely delicious. And I'm just going to stick the lid right on top. Okay, moving on to our meat. The meat is cooked perfectly. I'm going to put this on saute. I have a 1/2 cup of water right here. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. You can definitely use a tapioca starch if you want. You just have to be really careful using that type of a flour because it will definitely gelatinize, I'm making up words, your sauce, and it'll be gooey, and you don't want that. I'm actually going to add a 1/3 tablespoon because that's not quite as thick as I'm looking for. So between 2 and 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. You could also use flour. Okay. I'm just going to pour this right in. And I'm sorry, my friends, I don't have a good view of this. And where did I put my spoon? Let me get it real quick. Okay, so we're just going to let this thicken up. Let me show you. I feel bad not showing you. That's what it looks like right now. It's looking milky only because of the cornstarch, but as it thickens up, now it'll, I should finish my sentence. As it thickens up, you won't see that milkiness anymore. Now, with these bits of the beef that are stuck together, I just start taking my flat end wooden spoon and I just start mashing up the meat a little bit into smaller chunks. There we go. That's all I'm doing. Also, as this cornstarch cooks, I will test the sauce for seasoning. I do have some garlic powder and onion powder, and that's it. I don't want to add a lot of seasoning like I've already said. I really want this to just shine all on its own. So we're just letting this heat up. Okay, this has been simmering for about 3 minutes and it is completely done. I've just been stirring it occasionally just to let that gravy thicken. I'm going to turn it off now. And I'm going to just add a little bit of garlic powder. I did taste it. The seasonings with salt and pepper are spot on. I'm just gonna add a little garlic powder for depth of flavor, and that is it, nothing else. And we're done. Okay. I think we should plate this up. Okay, it's dinner time, your kids are hungry, and look at that. In one pot, you were able to make some beautiful mashed potatoes and some beautiful meat gravy, and voila. You could either, let me get a good picture of that. Look at that right there. Isn't that perfect? It really is perfect. And you could serve this with a side salad. You could serve it with a side of steamed peas. Seriously, guys. I know this is gonna be too hot. Now that's home cooking, done right. This is eating well, spending less. You will not be disappointed in this meal. I highly suggest it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.